All right, what's going on, guys? It's gonna be Danny coming to not from South Japan, and David coming. This is not, it was at the Inception shit. This is the real joint. We got Lex here. You know what I mean? This ain't no good. What's that?
Rotate this way. Rotate this way. Yeah. Y'all see that back there?
Yeah. Where's
Laguna.
So anyway, just
got him to Cali, y'all.
Just wrapping up the day here. Actually, a couple sessions early because you know what I mean. They want to push Lady Luck and bottom of the car. I don't want to put him in a hard spot. Lex hooked me up with the tires here and everything. Cool thing on the track. I mean, went out there. It's Tsukuba. Laguna. My bad. We got Laguna, and they did that corkscrew is as advertised, man. If you ain't feel it yet, you gotta feel it. My equilibrium is kind of still a little bit messed up because I didn't eat proper food, and it just threw some stuff off, kind of like some vertical feeling almost. But cool stuff, man. But again, we had to change the tires because I had a DB on the corkscrew, and luckily had the drift skills to back everything up. So it was a cool day. Lex bought some tires, which were what kind?
Falcon 615K plus. So we had to fill in. We got them just to keep Donnie on the track. So typically, I just come with what I come with, but Donnie's got a new set of wheels that he's showed you guys already, and I figured he might as well send some out and put them on the car. And they got that taken care of for him. We found where a 235 didn't fit on the rears, so it needed a little bit more width, so he got a DB. But we threw some on the back, and he's still running the same rims on the front and the tires that he sent over, and he had a good day for the most part back there. But, I mean, Donnie's getting used to driving a left-hand drive car again at a track that he didn't know. And this is sunny California, but it was raining today. So he did actually drive during wet sessions and things like that, which is a rarity for us here in Cali. We don't touch it, but it so happened today. So Donnie had a good
all around experience.
Yeah, thorough experience out here.
Had the coolest thing that I like is, like I say, not only the training from Gran Turismo, man, but it was like that test on Gran Turismo that everybody hated with that car on Spa.
Oh yeah, Spa. So it was the license test, the last one for your Super.
And that crazy ass car.
It was the Porsche 917, where it's wet on either side of the line, and you only have the driving line. That's exactly what Donnie got to experience today.
I've been in Japan long since Cuba. I've done all dry, MSPs, whatever, but it's not it's dry or wet. But I've never experienced the race line is dry, and so you got to really stay in there, and you can actually push it pretty damn hard as long as you don't put a wheel outside of that.
Because it goes fast.
And it goes fast. So so in the video, I'll mix it in. The video that I went over, the guy luckily was cool, came up to me and found me because he was like, I'm glad you avoided me because I spun on the corkscrew and essentially DB'd it and lost all traction. That's the worst. Your load side is you're going like this. Well,
no, it's tough. So you go over the corkscrew, you make a left turn, but it's an immediate right. But I mean, literally, from where you're at, it's like a 25-foot drop, but it's very hard. It loads the suspension. I've dragged the side skirts and front bumper on there, going through there, and it just so happened to catch Donnie. What size is the rear wheels?
They're 235, 45.
No, the size of the wheels.
They're 17 by 9.5.
Okay, so yeah, we're running a 235 on there.
No, 17 by 9. 17 by 9. Yeah.
So we were running a 235 on there. We didn't know what it was gonna do, and it DB'd it when it came down on the pressure. So, he did okay. He saved the car, just got in the curbs and got a little dirty, and nothing the zip ties can't fix, and a quick change on the rear wheels. I mean, he was back out there. So the experience was good. That's what I wanted him to have the experience in. And I literally just chilled and socialized and talked to all of our friends. And, it was funny because first, Donnie's here in California. Second, Donnie did not alert anybody that he would be in California. Obviously, I knew because we were coming to.
I made a couple of jet posts, but it wasn't like extravaganza posts, which they get washed down in like a couple minutes.
Yeah, they go down the timeline. So it was cool to see people's faces.
Especially Josh.
Some of our friends that are mutual, and they had no idea he was going to be here. So it was just great to see people respond to seeing him here in California, seeing him here at Laguna Seca, getting to see his wheels displayed on the car, getting to see my car in real life. A lot, like I said, a lot of friends that we both mutually know. We all kind of got to be in the same place at the same time. So the source of this event was just to take it all in, and that's
shout
what
out to Gridlife too, man. Well run event.
Absolutely.
Coolest thing, man, is like, you know, like if this was an event in Japan, you had to fax your entry form in, you had to fax this, you got to bring a printout, you got to bring this. Bro, everything was on the phone. Like they literally had it was paperless. And then like the way I got in was a guy, and my apologies, I forgot your name. Tickets were sold out because it sells out quick. I mean, you don't drive here all the time, and they got the cool thing where you just transfer. You transfer it over. I could have transferred again, so paid them the money, transferred over. Where we get the pit truck, which is like we bought it, but nobody even really checked it.
This is California, y'all. They make you go by the book with everything, and then when you get here, it's like, damn, I ain't even.
She was like, I'm not even gonna scan you. Like, and then like I got my wristband, and it was like, just let me see it, bam. It was and there was no paperwork, man. So that's kind of cool stuff when you come here to America, man, and you figure Japan is doing things a certain way, and it's just the culture, man. So we kind of this laissez-faire kind of deal and everything, man. So for this car, man, what time was you running with the? What's your fastest time here?
So Donnie got to drive a really cool situation here at Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca is in a very wealthy area of California.
Very.
There are hills right up there that house a lot of very high-end homes.
I'm looking right at it, right there.
There is a sound booth that they do not play. And
it's over there,
it's only on this side. It's right here. Yeah. It's only on this side because the houses are there. They will pop you for sound. This event has no dB restriction.
And that car will pop right there. That one in this one by.
That is unheard of here, honestly, for like grassroots style events. So Donnie got to drive flat out. I've never gotten to drive flat out here, so that was just preface to how fast I've gone here. I lift going up the hill. This is an RX8 that is stock. It just has intake and exhaust.
Hill, bro.
So zero torque, and it is a high grade, like 13% grade.
Yeah.
And my fastest time so far here with the transponder here at the place is a 1:43.7 something, right? Which is very quick, but there are two places in that specific lap I had to lift. Going up the hill, and then I ran into a group of radicals, like those little F1 looking cars. For some reason, they were going super slow here going into 11, and they pointed me by just for me to avoid them, get on the straight, and for them to blast by me. So in low horsepower cars, those things really matter. What can I run? I don't know, but we'll see soon enough, especially if Gridlife comes back and we have an unlimited situation.
Yeah.
If I can run this thing flat out, I think it's a great time, but the car's an awesome trainer car. Donnie could get into it and have zero expectations, but have a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And then I could get into it and have zero expectations, a ton of fun, and then try to see red and chop people's heads off if I can.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of a car. It's really great. The weather here was cool, so the car didn't heat up.
It never went over the second.
Over that first one, yeah. I mean, I've driven this car in 107-degree temps, and it took a cool amount of laps for it to get warm. But Donnie had a really good experience here, being able to just drive the car
There's one
flat
thing,
out.
like, it's just like I was telling Lex, man, and we were talking to a few other guys, man, about like this being, you do your stuff so much, man, it kind of you get jaded, and you don't realize like people would literally like kill, quote unquote, to do what you're doing. So when I pulled out, and a little loud there. When I pulled out on the track, I had the same feeling like that I had when I drove to Tsukuba for the first time. And then when you hit that rumble strip, you kind of like, all right,
it's real.
Get into it. So, and then like, I had some couple spins because the tires, like trying to learn this stuff and everything and the different compounds. But overall, shout out to the drivers as well, because everybody, like, they were pushing, but they were leaving like that little cushion. So like it was never any like pile-ups. Nobody was being like a jerk. They weren't trying to be right up your ass. And like, they were giving you space. So when I spun out on a corkscrew, I was just like, while I was spinning out, kind of pointing over and everything to guys go around me. They all went around me, or went inside. So it was a cool event, man. I think what we were talking about too is this could spawn somehow FD or somebody getting here to do a drift event, because the guys are very good ambassadors, I heard. through the grapevine, the guys that were here, they said they were very impressed with how the drifters conducted themselves. Like, dude, these are professionals. Like, they're not like, they think drifters are just like renegades, like snowboarder type shit back in the 80s where they were lighting shit on fire.
And it took us a lot. This is a long time coming. Laguna Seca has always said no exceptions. I don't care who you think you are, you ain't doing it here. And since this is world famous Laguna Seca, upper crust, they have very high end events here. The drifters never got a shake. They just repaved all of this place. And so this is the first time that drifting as an event has been allowed here in this facility. And as I was talking with everybody, the office that's up there on the hill, they were very nervous. They did not know what to expect. And I've got a lot of friends that are in FG. They were
It's crazy
like,
though that they think that it's going to be like, motherfuckers just going to be like jumping up, trying to hit the Continental sign and knock that down. It's just
So the grip drivers had more calamities here than the drift guys did. So the drift dudes went out here, had a blast. This is so wide open. This is so fast. All of my homeboys that run FD, Essa, JTP, Ryan Literal, all my boys, they were like, dog, this was the most fun I've had drifting in quite a while. So that speaks good for the track. I don't know how an event would be ran in their favorite spot, which is the corkscrew.
Yeah, because where's the corkscrew? Right?
It's right behind us. So it's
something it'll look like, I mean, literally, people literally had to camp on a.
Yeah, you got to walk up those little mule trails.
Which will look like it's like we're just watching MX Nations. Like everybody's just is this people.
Yeah, they're in the trees right there. Yeah. So there's no place to seat. So that's their favorite portion of track. But you wouldn't be able to run an event and have spectators
what about
sitting
here?
up there.
What's right here?
That's the end. You ain't seen the fun part, which is them falling down the corkscrew.
Yeah.
So it would have to
be people standing right there. It'll be people, a gallery right there, and like on both sides.
Yeah, but it just
spectators.
To house a ton of spectators that Formula D would bring, it would be tough. So only about this area, which they did like this section, but if you ask them about which section, the corkscrew or here,
the corkscrew is cool, man. It's that. If you haven't like that, I mean, I did it today, not by WitchCon, but I was right because Nishi, and also Nishi is the same. No shit. Yeah, Nishi West is the same thing. You come in and you go this way over.
Yeah.
So like that's why when I went sideways, I didn't panic because we go sideways. Mm-hmm. So that's what we were talking about too offline, man. Was like a lot of grip guys could benefit from getting the drift session in. To when you spin, you're not fucking doing all this and just go with it, man. It's flow, and that shit. When you jerking the car now, it's going like you're making the car go like this and shit, man. Yeah. So I credited my drift skills to not having that because it was 3 cars. The video I'll put in there. There was a car right behind me and 2 cars behind that person. So and you can't see over that hill. Like Lex told me, like you pretty much see that tree, which I was aiming for.
That's it, yeah.
But dude, once you get the corkscrew, man, like it's a cool feeling because you get that drop, you feel the back tire kind of lift a little bit, and you just like bam. So once you get it, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been to a lot of tracks. It is a pucker factor because you don't know what's going. You see all the crashes that bikes and the cars, and you see people go straight into that wall. So you're like start braking early, or you're gonna go straight off the thing, man. So it was kind of once you get it, man, like it's cool, and you come out of there, and it's like all G-forces this way, and then all G-forces going that way. So definitely, man. I mean, bucket list, man. So for me, I think the next thing is like Nürburgring, man. That's like
that's my wife's been watching me drive Gran Turismo Nürburgring. Like this whole month, I've been doing like 7 lap stints and like knocking out laps. I'm so consistent on it now. I'm like, I gotta go in real life because I'm turning so many laps. I gotta go see it in real life. But for me, like, I'm local to this. I've driven this track probably 4 or 5 times. As a matter of fact, no. Driven it 3, rode it twice because I do motorcycle and cars. Yeah. So I've done this track 5 times this year. It was cool that Don got to come check it out and see it. But I must say, this is my first time at Gridlife. This was a dope event because it brought all of my friends together, grip guys. I've got a ton of grip friends.
You met some bike dudes?
Yeah, met some bike dudes, make new friends. Got a lot of my drift friends in here. I mean, having us all in the same place with a high level event, this was really good. The staff was very courteous. I haven't even seen nobody riding around here yelling at nobody. It's been
I would figure
chill.
a track like this magnitude is a Tsukuba, dude. Like their staff, like they're like
overbearing.
Every 15 feet, there's somebody to tell you, hey, don't do that. Hey, get off of there. It's time to go on a track. So like, I thought, you know, this is a prestigious track, man. Like this is a world-renowned track where, like your time, you can say your time is your time where, but your time matters. So like, well, how much fast you run here? Like Tsukuba's the same way. All the tracks there, Tsukuba is like that. The certified. The certified.
Yeah, when you say that I had a transponder here at Laguna Seca, people are like, all right.
But I like the Achiroku right there. She was driven by
a young lady.
Nice looking. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was I didn't have a transponder, so what I do is I'm about to look at the laps when Lex give me the footage, and it's like put a timestamp there, a time code, and like it'll be like plus or minus whatever. I just want to see. I mean, I know it wasn't good because honestly, again, that wasn't my goal to come here and fuck the world up. That wasn't my goal. You know what I'm saying? My goal was to avoid accidents like I did. And then experience it. And then as I start going, you can pick up the pace. And even in that wet session, like people, like it was like kind of, and then that line start drying out, and that weather changed, and so this side of the track was wet, and then that side of the track was dry. I'm like, that's wild, man. How the topography is so much different and up and down here. Where wet up the hill, then it was dry the towards the corkscrew, and then the backside. The last corners was like straight up dry. So,
and I didn't even think about this. I sent Donnie a video, matter of fact, the last time I was here, and he was like, damn, Laguna Seca's up in the mountains.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't even think about that.
I know that.
We come up a huge, steep climb grade coming into the track, and then, it's essentially like a tollgate track.
Yeah.
But it's fast.
The one thing is the game, you know, I didn't play VR yet with the Laguna, so the one thing you guys won't, you got it, the elevation, like that's a hill, man. You're climbing up a hill, and then you're going down, and then this is like that, dude. This, bro. You gotta fucking like have your shit all together, because if you go balls to the wall, bro, you're getting a lot of speed. You're getting fourth gear, sometimes fifth gear, depending on your gearing, and you gotta break all that shit down before you go to that corner, which is a double apex.
And it's you don't realize it, but turn one is on the straightaway.
Yeah.
So you're on a hill climb, and as soon as you peak, it's a left hand. The track is on the left side now.
That green shit, I don't know why I even touched that, but that
slippery as
fuck. Like you don't want to come in there. There was some people were kind of taking a line and going straight from there to that outside, out and in. And I was like, let me get the, because I was letting somebody by, and I point, and when I point, I kind of shimmy because I went like this, and it kind of, so yeah, man.
All the painted areas in the moist.
Yeah.
No go.
Right here was I don't know why I spun right here, man. It was just a weird. My momentum kept going like this, and just whipped around, and I ended up, and I wasn't the only one. It was a Subaru that spun the same way, the same spot. And then guys are coming wide open around there. And then the flagger luckily was on their shit and doing their stuff. So again, man, props to the Gridlife, props to the crew. Like they were really on top of their stuff. They scrutinized the cars really well, because there was some some stuff I seen some other people. One guy had a motorcycle helmet on, so I think he didn't need drive. Yeah, I didn't see him. He had a motorcycle helmet, so like you can't. This motorcycle helmet in a car, it's different stuff, man. So. Very good staff. They held everything together, and yeah, man, I ain't got nothing but I'm definitely going to do it again. And you know, it's one of those things where you come over. I fly over from Japan, and I met I seen Josh. I ain't seen in like 20 years. You know, me and Lex, we met like almost 15 years ago, and then I just met some cool down earth people today, Carlos and those guys over there and everything, man, and business partners. And so when I do these events, man. It's never like, always something comes out of it. Like you meet somebody, or you make a connection, or you just drive Laguna. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, there's so many people in our realm that ain't even been out here and never will, because they don't put it together, or they don't want to pay the track day, or they don't want to drive from here to there. And like, bro, like, you know, I don't think Laguna's gonna ever go anywhere, but you never know.
You never know. But you got you could go home and have the opportunity to say, I went to America I drove Laguna Seca.
It's weird, like Americans. I went to America.
I know, right? Yeah, I went back to the U.S.
First time in Cali, first weekend in Cali.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bucket list shit, man. I went to LEX before, but I don't count that as. I didn't walk the streets.
Yeah,
I got some
yeah,
fish
you
from
breathed
JJ
the
Fish.
air before, but
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
to enjoy the environment. Yeah.
So it's definitely a dope thing, man. So what you got coming up next, man?
I don't know. I've done so much this year. I'm kind of just chilling, taking care of some family stuff. But I know Winter Jam. I've got Winter Jam coming up for sure. I've got a few things together and lined up. That's kind of what I was doing while Donnie was on the track driving. While Donnie was on the track driving, I was mingling and putting the bid in. Yo, come to Winter Jam, this and that. So I was already having a great event, talking to everybody and chilling.
NSX or C7?
That's C7,
okay.
C6, C5.
Okay.
And I socialized all day and got some things lined up to get this car custom set up to me, because I've been driving it on the previous owner's settings for the last 2 years, and I pushed it to learn it.
The car feels good. Man.
Yeah, I pushed it to learn it.
I kind of wish I would have had the same compound, man. I really get that.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing it, guys who don't know, you can't. You got your compounds have to be the same. You can't be out there with a fucking Comfort Hard and some sport mediums in the back. Yeah, dude. So it's pretty much what we had going on here with like some sport softs and then like some, or whatever. They were good, but those are more superior. So you get the car, you definitely want to put it in the front and in the back, because it's definitely gonna whip around. So it had that kind of a tracking feeling, and the front of the car kind of was tracking a little bit.
Yeah, I know that exact feeling.
Like not understeering, but a step out.
So what it would do is it'll have good turn in.
Yeah.
And then when the front goes and the back starts to go, the back will bite and track and hold itself there, and the front will
kind of
do it'll go from a nice turn in to just shuffle out a little bit. Right. And if we have the equal compound, the car will have an infinite turn in. Like you could steer in and spin yourself out in on the inside of a corner.
So essentially what I had to do to get it to what I had to self-correct, because you make it happen on the track, man. You'll be like, I got to pull it off because my stomach hurts. Like, fuck that, dude. I don't live here. I got to get as much time. And granted, I didn't do the last 2 sessions because of the rain and that. I didn't want to, I just didn't want to go out there and rain. We were chopping up too. But the cool thing is that what I did is I did about 3 laps, and then I let the compounds both kind of heat it up, and then it became kind of equal, but still the rear was more superior. It's just a better tire all the way around in the grip department. Like, I just came here to test the Z-News and do that, and it did well. I mean, I've already tested them on Tsukuba, full out, and the Tsukuba at the last track, top gear, diving in. If they survive that, it's a good tire, because you got all that G-force, and you got to go in, you got to go out, in. And if they're shitty, they're just going to keep going out into the sand trap. You know what I mean? So I already told the guy they were good, but I think I'm the first guy with this tire on Tsukuba, so that, you know what I mean?
And Laguna.
Yeah, I say, he's saying fucking Tsukuba, man.
Laguna.
So, what we going to do, man? We talking about it. I got the builder. I got the builder for the track.
Okay.
So the guy's going to do the Laguna, we call it Saguna or whatever.
Saguna,
or he's going to merge Laguna Seca and Tsukuba together. And it's, wild shit, fantasy shit. So it's like, granted, Tsukuba is flat, and there's like a little camber, but it is flat. I mean, it's flat track. So that's why you go, there's no uphills, there's no downhills. There's just like a little bank, small little camber in it, but it's flat, man. So, and the same like I was telling Lex, man, dudes who want to come over, man, I did have some issues with Tsukuba because they didn't like the way I marketed my shit, and I kind of made a video of me going around people and doing whatever. And as a result, this particular group, I can't drive it no more, but there's other groups and stuff. So for guys who want to come over and run a Tsukuba, just get with me, and I can get with the pretty much will be with me. I'm racing there in December. So I'm running Tsukuba in December, last event of the year. I'm going to take that 2000 there for a good base and everything. So Yeah, man. So if you guys want to run Tsukuba, it's definitely doable, but it's very tight. And honestly, it's like 30 minutes, man. They're in and out. You're in and out. The sessions, bam, bam, bam. If you miss your session, you're done. So they're
really?
because like I say, you said how we say here, they pretty much rent out. Tsukuba is rented, booked out for years in advance.
So now that you've driven an American event, whereas you're scheduled multiple track time. So what's the cool? It's just you just go and drive for a time frame, and that's it.
Yeah, you kind of there's like you. Well, it's to the point where the 2 events after yours are already lining up. They're already coming in the gate, so the bikes.
But that's it.
Yeah, you get this three 15 minutes. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So you got 3 15-minute sessions, and there's no warm up. There's out the gate and you go. Like so, I was telling Lex, man, the guys who drive there got an advantage because their shit's all warm. We got to start our shit up, and then like you gotta kind of like scrub your tires, and then get up to speed if you don't got the tire warmers. Which if I go there again, I got to take tire warmers. So the guys who drive there are more of an advantage because they can just go out the gate. Tires already good, oil's already good. Shit's up to temp, proper temp, like not just idling temp, like running temps. So no, man, I would say to you, like for a track of this stature, which is definitely top shelf, top level. I was surprised again that I didn't see FBI agents hanging out there and rappelling down and telling motherfuckers to stop. It was pretty chill, man. The Gridlife crew was pretty cool. They had the flags up there, flaggers at all the spots that you need flaggers at, and nobody was tripping, man. They just kind of like to say, hey, man, just stay within your means, but nobody was being like a negative, like, hey, man, you get the fuck out the track if you're letting these guys go. Because I would do no ego check. Like I could clearly see that this guy was killing it with this Porsche right here. What's that, like a
GT3?
Dude, you see the GT3 behind you, bro. Like go around me, dude. Like there's nothing I'm gonna do. There's nothing I'm gonna do. I'm not winning the contract today, so there's nothing I'm gonna do other than like, dude, go around me, bro.
I've gotten in quite a few battles with that actual model and gym, the newer GT3s, not RSs. I cannot.
No, so I think if I was in my own car, maybe I would have been like, all right, but I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to.
It's only in corners. As soon as they'll outrun me on this front straight, and then we'll battle in the corners, and then they'll outrun me here, and then we'll battle in the corner, and then once we start to head up the hill to the corkscrew, they're gone. So you get a little bit of good battle time with people with faster cars, but you just. But
then it was wild too because I was pointing one guy, but I was like, oh, dude, I'm like, dude, go over as a Miata, but he was trying to follow me to see like what I was doing. Then I did the same thing. I had a guy go around, and then as they went around, I got right behind him.
Yeah, got
right behind him in the toe, and I wanted to see what they were doing. So that's the cool thing is like, bro, if you can emulate. You can literally knock 2 seconds off your time because you're like, oh, I can go. If he can do it, I can do it. And when he went through there and shit, I'm like, all right, well, fuck, I can go in there too. And I look at their break points and do all that stuff, man. So it's just cool stuff like that, man. Like, so when you do this shit, man, like naturally, if you're gonna compete. But when you're doing a day like this, man, that's why I think dudes that don't check their egos wind up in T-boning motherfuckers and doing different things because they trying to show off. And I had dudes coming up to me like, hey man, you were killing them. Like I didn't feel like I was killing it, but all right, you know what I mean? I'll take it. Yeah. But I mean, I definitely was revving that shit out, dude. I was like,
that don't gain you nothing on this thing.
I'm pretty sure they were like, that motherfucker, wow, these clutch kicking on the straightaway. Like,
that don't do nothing but wear out the
no, but I had a little bit of grinding and
it does that when you try to shift it fast.
And I shift down, and then like I dropped. So I did clutch kick to kind of get it back up there to get me going quicker and everything. But no, man, definitely. You know, if you're in America, man. I mean, I flew from Japan, so you got no fucking excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You fly Southwest, you can fly over for like $80. You know what I'm saying?
Get on the buddy pass.
What is it, man? Like all these people on Facebook, all these people I heard just met. And like, bro, like, I mean, I got with Lex. I was like, hey, man, can I, borrow your car? No, not a problem. Did this and this. Obviously, you see me drive a lot, so I'm not gonna run his shit into the Continental sign. You know what I mean? But no, man, it was good to go. And the same thing when he comes over, man. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's the shits, man. Like, it is what it is. But
yeah, I'm coming out there.
Yeah.
I want to drive Tsukuba, and I want to drive anything that's available when I'm out there. Actually. Yeah. So. Yeah, we're gonna
get the drip. You got to get the full experience grip, and I got rally course too by the house too, man. So.
Well, I just want to send you a pair of those knuckles for the RX8.
Okay.
So you'll have those knuckles, then I can grip the car,
Yeah.
and then we can go do drift the same weekend or something. So yeah, so as I had Donnie send wheels and tires out here, I'm gonna send my stuff out there, and then we're just gonna fucking do some more content.
The RX8 we was talking about a few guys, man. I think I was saying, and I said it multiple times, man. I think the RX8 is one of the most underrated cars out there for the price point. And like I say, if you gotta have the power, because you don't do this car, bro. Like I don't care what level you at. Like this is more than enough power to get shit done. Once you get comfortable with the car, you can keep up and hang with respective guys in the class. I mean, obviously put down the top time in this for the mods and stuff like that for his class, man. So this thing can get down, so you don't have to swap the engine. But I mean, if you rely on power, you like the sound of a 2J, bro. Couple your 2J or your LS or whatever with this chassis, bro. It's one of the most underrated chassis, I believe.
Yeah.
On the market, and a lot of people don't even know about it. They just think it's an RX8 rolling around.
They think it's a family car.
They remember it from the Wolverine with X-Men because that's
Oh
when
yeah,
it came out.
yeah.
And I thought it was the coolest shit ever when that back door kicked out and everything. So it's like, man, definitely if you're looking for, so you got the Z's, you got the, you can get the Miatas, the NDs, and some other cars where even the ZN6, the Hachiroku, because everybody's kind of overlooking those. So there's a lot of cars out there that you can get, and then, I mean, if you gotta have the Skyline shit, like bro, I got them. I'm just not paying that much money for that. You know what I mean? I can get this, throw money and stuff like that, man. But hey, man, the weather's changing out here. I didn't want to take too long. I just want to kind of my arms getting tired because I'm holding this. But I just wanted to knock this out because pretty much I'm going to be flying out and we're going to head back in town and everything. So I'm going to be flying out tomorrow morning. So I got to get situated in the hotel and all this stuff like that. So yeah, man, good time again. Again, much thanks to Lex. The hospitality has been, bro, it's like, you know what I'm saying, man, I already knew what it was going to be when I got here. But it was like, so I don't know why, I mean, it's just cool when you know guys just along the line, man. It's like, only thing is different is we physically, it's physically meeting, man. Other than that, we got thousands of hours of shit online. So that's the shit what social media should be used for. Not all this bickering and bitching. Who's the man and who's the other man? Fuck all that shit, dude.
Yeah, because no one cares.
Because it don't matter. Because all that mattered was the people that was here today. And that was it. And if you wasn't here, you had some other stuff going on. But ain't nobody out here trying to hear that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And good stuff, man. Good vibes, and keep it as positive as possible because life is too short for anything else other than that, man. So yeah, man. Any last words on that, Lex, man, before we get out of here?
Have fun, make friends, do cool shit.
Do cool shit, man. Time is limited, and I just turned 40, so you ain't getting younger. And aging is a disease. It's a no shit. Aging is a disease
that we all get.
Yeah, we all got it. Everybody
Yeah.
got the disease of aging, man. You can't stop it. Your bones gonna get broken down. You're not as strong as you was a year ago. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, arthritis creeping in and shit and stuff that hurts that normally don't go away. So. I mean, take advantage, man. Like, I ain't got to get all, morbid, but the shit that's going on over there and whatever, I mean, people can't even live. And I mean, if you got the advantage, you got $89 to hop on Southwest and fly your ass from Baltimore to Cali or wherever. I know it don't cost so much to fly in domestic, so ain't no excuse for that shit, man.
Have some fun.
Make friends with somebody. You know what I mean? Shoot them a video if you're driving a car or you can handle a car. Kick them some money for fuel, tires, whatever. Don't be a leech and make it happen, man. So again, man, it's going to be Lex. Donnie signing off from
CA.
Yeah, from CA.
We out here in Cali. He ain't in Masawa. He's out here on the west.
I'm about to say my thing.
He on the west
I'm about to say
right now.
Richmond.
From Richmond, CA and Masawa. We in CA.
We're in just Sacoup.
Monterey.
God damn it, man. Why do I keep calling this? No, what it is, man. This is the Arch, man.
Monterey.
Yeah, the Arch makes you think
It's
about.
not Sacuba.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Cali.
Peace. Later.
We out here.